And then the last rule I've got for marketing is know your competition, right? Figure out who your competition is. In our business, sometimes it's the mega agent, or it's the limited service brokerage, right? In your business, it may be something completely different. It may be an online business because you're sticks and bricks. Maybe outsourcing. It may be something else. So you got to understand what your competition is and how you're different than them, right? Because some people are like, oh my gosh, there's no way I can compete with that company. They're so big, they're so powerful. But actually, they may have no way of competing with you in certain places in the marketplace either. So figure that part out. Okay, so let's hop into Facebook marketing. Okay, so poll here, who all's got a Facebook business page? All right, let me make this other one. So who doesn't have one? Anyone not have a Facebook business page? Okay, that's all right. All right, so it's real easy. So for Christmas, Vince, just ask for one. Santa will bring you one. They're free. So this is like the Chamber Facebook page. A couple things on it as you're building it, designing it, or redesigning it. Make sure that use quality photography. Don't use stock photography. Stuff that comes out, you can find in iStock that's got the happy people with the handshakes and it just doesn't work. Use real customers, right? Obviously, get their permission, but use real people, use real things. If you've got a property you're marketing, use a real property, right? I think it only makes sense. Add contact information, make sure all your contact information is in there correctly. Create an intro video and pin it to the top. So this is my business page. So what I've done is I created an intro video.
We believe in quality over quantity. There are other agents out there who sell more real estate. I get that. But I think you'd be hard-pressed to find another agent who will treat you as good as we do. My team consists of myself, Joe, my wife.
Okay, so and what this is when people land on our page, this is the first post they see. No matter how many other posts I put on the page, this is the first thing they see. It's almost like if you think about your sticks and bricks storefront, people walk in the front door, right? What do you want them to see? Do you want them to be greeted or not greeted, right? And I think most of us would prefer to have our clients greeted as they come in the front door of our business, right? By a live person. I can't do a live person, but I can do the next best thing. So have a video about, a quick video, 45 seconds or less, about what you do, how you do it, your elevator speech. Because you've got an opportunity with Facebook and with online marketing to create a connection, to create that personal connection. And a lot of times what's happened is people have gotten your name from somewhere else. They've been referred to you or they've gotten your name somewhere, so now they're sniffing you out. They're trying to figure out who you are, do I really want to work with you? And this is your opportunity to audition, right? Other things is make sure on your personal page, make sure your personal page says that you work at such and such, right? Because we talk about this a lot. I always tell my folks, Google yourself all the time. Figure out what comes up on that front page. If there's something on that front page, if there's a profile on there that's not filled out or not filled out correctly, it can look poorly upon your business, right? So make sure when because people will find you via Facebook, right? And then sometimes get linked to your business. Make sure your business page is linked on your personal page. Make sense? Okay. Real quick also, with Facebook, this is a new addition. On your cover photo, you can actually do videos now. I've seen some companies do some really cool things. Actually, I was looking at, there we go. Robin and John have a really nice cover photo as well. It's the first thing you land on, tells you almost instantly, kind of what they do. And because they're in marketing, I think it's a great, I really like this a lot.
Is the slider ever going to come up?
What's that?
Is the slider ever coming up?
We don't have a slider on Facebook.
Oh, no, not on Facebook, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, second thing, what to post. So I think this is really important to understand your customer, right? When you're posting, how frequently do they use your? Frequently do they purchase your product or use your product, right? Because this can determine how frequently you're going to need to post. For instance, in our business, people buy and sell real estate usually somewhere between every 5 to 7 years, right? Posting a lot of content about, let's say, a FHA loan. If, I just bought my home, I could care less about FHA loans right now and probably won't care again unless I'm in the middle of the process, right? So sometimes you can put out a lot of content that really doesn't hit home with your clients because the length of the sales cycle is so long that you're not really doing much to effectively market to them. You may have a business that changes frequently, right? You may, like Christopher's Hardware, right? They have a lot of things going on, new product coming up. That frequent posting is a really good idea for them. So I think you've got to understand kind of the frequency of your purchases or services with your clients to figure out how frequently you need to post. I've got a kind of a consulting page that I do for agents. It's Agents Succeed Here. And weekly I do almost like I'll take a TED Talk or I'll take like a Darren Hardy talk, and I'll basically do a quick video about it, right? So I don't want to clutter my page with a bunch of content in between each of these posts. So if someone gets here, I want them to be able to see one post, see the next one, see the next video, right? Without a lot of 15 articles in between each of these posts. Because where I want my visitor to hit is going to be these videos, right? So you have to kind of be cognizant of, put yourself in your customer's shoes or your client's shoes when they're arriving on your Facebook page. What does it look like? What are they seeing a lot of? Yeah.
What do you suggest as tips for making your video as high a quality as possible? Are you using a, your digital camera? Are you using a cell phone? I'm just, what do people, what are the standards?
Yeah,
What do you feel are the standards?
So you can go full quality, I know a lot of people do really high resolution, high quality. It gets really expensive to do that on a regular and consistent basis. I'm using my cell phone. It's funny, this one, I use my cell phone and a trash can. So I take this is my Clarksburg office, I take the trash can lid and I put my cell phone in there and then I record the video that way because I didn't bring my tripod with me. So yeah, you can use a trash can.
I just wonder about, now the lights and all are on here, but the quality of it is, I have bad eyesight, but your face is unevenly lit, there's a level of authenticity to it, but is it the best presentation like that? I'm just, what do you feel is the best thing to do?
Yeah, and part of this is crawl, walk, run. I need to basically, I just started doing this basically in the September, doing these weekly videos. And I know if I have to put a lot of production into it, it's not going to get done. So right now I'm getting myself into a habit of making sure I get them done. As I see that, it's catching on, it makes sense, I'm going to invest in some lighting and in microphone equipment so I can get it a little bit better and start tweaking it as I go. I think one problem we run into as businesses, we sometimes go all in on something, and then it's up to us. We're the engine to make sure that all these tools work, and then we wind up letting them sit there for a very long time and not really utilizing them. I think you have to have it at a certain quality level. I've seen really bad videos that can actually do yourself harm, right? It can make yourself look so amateurish. And I think that depends on what your audience is. If you're selling to a very buttoned up, high-end crowd, then I'd say it makes sense that you need to make sure your stuff is really high-end, high quality. you know, if you're kind of if you're the laughy, jokey guy, then maybe it can be okay with a couple gags and props and doing it on a trash can.
Buy a second tripod and keep one in each office.
Yes, thank you. Okay, and also understanding about your customer is understanding where they come from. So I think geographically, I think it's good to understand where you need to market to. And this is especially important with Facebook because, for instance, our business, in real estate usually, it's all centralized around a property, right? Most people, it's, you know, I look at any given time that we have a property on the market, there's about 150 potential buyers for that house who could, would, or should buy that house in the next 3 to 6 months, right? Your business may be different. And I look at that 150, probably 140 are within a 10-mile radius of the property, right? There may be a couple people in Seattle, one in New York, one in Texas, but most people are centrally located here. So that's where I want to target my market. You might have a product that you sell across the region, right? So it's important to understand where your region is, or sometimes where you have hot spots, right? With your product, maybe there isn't a competitor in a certain marketplace, right? Maybe that's a good marketplace to hop into and using Facebook to kind of extend your reach. All right, what to post? Brand, product, and process we talked about. We use a lot of video, or at least I've started using a lot of video. I put in here native versus YouTube. So when you create video, there's a couple different places you can put it, right? You can email it, you can put it on YouTube, you can put it on Vimeo, you can put it on Instagram, put it on Facebook. So Facebook, when you put a video on Facebook, you upload it directly to Facebook. It's what we call native. It'll run, so someone scrolls along, it'll pre-play itself. So you'll see that when you're going on your phone, scrolling on Facebook or going through a website, the video just starts rolling. As opposed to if you can put it on YouTube, but if you use that YouTube link on Facebook, it's just gonna have a static image of that video, and you're gonna have to click over to YouTube. Facebook and YouTube are big competitors right now, so Facebook doesn't want to give them some big advantage of marketing. So I recommend putting your stuff on YouTube because YouTube and Google are together, right? So when people Google you, they will tend to find videos about you as well. But take that video and also upload it directly to Facebook as well. Don't take the YouTube video and add it to your Facebook post. Does that make sense? Yeah.
I thought that there was a time difference in the length of a video that you could appropriately load to YouTube versus the quick snippet that you load to Facebook.
You can load, I'm pretty sure you can load as long as you want on Facebook these days.
Instagram is real short, but Facebook is longer.
Yeah.
So
And
if you did
YouTube.
a whole open house on, I typically do a whole open house on YouTube and I'll take them all around the house. So that's about under 2 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that's too long for a Facebook audience?
Not necessarily. It's a little long. Ideally, in those situations, if it was going to be a high quality.
Under a minute.
So if you were going to do something like that, YouTube Live, you guys use YouTube Live? So YouTube created this product called YouTube Live. I'm sorry, not YouTube Live. Sorry, Facebook Live.
I was saying,
Oh,
yeah.
that's new. I was writing it down.
Yeah. So Facebook Live, you guys using it?
Yes.
So Facebook, they're brilliant in that they're waiting for you to walk off a cliff doing Facebook Live because there's no editing in it, and that's the reason why they will push those videos up higher. So it's a good opportunity to basically, if you're going to promote a product, promote a service, to use the Facebook Live. It is very raw, Robin.
Yep.
There's no production.
No filters, no
Yep.
production.
Exactly. You could have a bad Wi-Fi connection or bad cell connection, and
You can wind up scratching your butt now, so you see it.
Yeah.
Really not, you know, just, yeah.
Your phone
Yeah.
could fall off the
Right.
trash can.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Richard.
Joe, now, you were talking about extending your market through Facebook. Like, I've got clients in Charlotte and
Uh-huh.
Chicago.
Yep.
And I'm looking at Facebook more for this local market. But how do you extend yourself to those those Facebook markets?
Yep, so we'll get into that.
Okay.
Yep, good question. So a lot of folks are using Facebook Live for their product, but it's also good. What I've seen some people have some success with is also promoting a Facebook Live. Almost like if you thought about it like it's a live event you're gonna do on this Wednesday, right? Is promoting that, hey, I'm gonna do a Facebook Live on Wednesday to go over, you know, how I lacquer this door, you know, with our new paint product that we've got. So you can actually kind of pre-promote your Facebook Live, because sometimes what happens is most people are like, oh, I'm gonna do a Facebook Live. It's very random, and you hope to catch as many of your audience as possible, but if they're not on Facebook or they weren't thinking about getting on Facebook, they missed it, right? Maybe they'll see the recorded version, but I've seen some people have some success pre-promoting when they know they're gonna do a Facebook Live on Wednesday at 9 p.m. All right.
There are a couple people I know that are doing short things every night. They're sort of advice column type people. And
Yep.
at 9 o'clock every night, they're on live. And if they're not on live, it's unusual. They'll, you know, post, sorry, too much, you know, Thanksgiving dinner or whatever. But, that consistency in their case, because they are an advice person on parenting, has established for them a regular audience, you know, at 9 o'clock every evening for 15 minutes or so. So there's something else to be said for that too.
There's like the life coaches do that too. Life coaches.
Yep. So I'm trying to find a video where it's got it. We've got, with video also, Facebook has added captions. It will auto caption your video. So once it's uploaded to Facebook, they'll do some processing on it, and then it'll give you an option to go in and caption the video. I thought this one was, let's see, I thought this one was.
I want to specifically invite you to an event we are doing next Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not
29th,
showing up with
12
the
to 2
captions. This
o'clock,
one was done with
the Olney
captions.
Community Room. This event's going to be about Facebook marketing. And
So
I
you
know a
can
lot of
edit
folks
the
are out there
post?
using Facebook professionally,
And there's a section here called captions. And basically it'll walk you through the video and it'll put the captions in there. Like Olney, it's O-N-L-Y. It thinks it's only. So you'll have to make those